Garfield was a ginger cat with a heart of gold, but his large size made him a target. Other kittens at school hissed and called him names. "Fatty!" they sneered, pushing him over in the playground. Even at home his siblings were mean. They stole his food and scratched him. Garfield felt so alone. Every day was torture. He dreaded going to school, facing the relentless bullies. At home there was no comfort to be found. His heart ached with loneliness. He just wanted to be accepted, to have a friend. But it seemed impossible. One particularly dreadful day, the bullying reached a breaking point. The black cats ganged up on him, their hisses echoing in his ears. Tears streamed down Garfield's face as he ran. He ran until his paws bled, until he couldn't run anymore. Garfield found himself lost and alone, far from the only home he'd ever known. He curled himself into a ball, shivering both from fear and the cold night air. He was lost, afraid, but a glimmer of hope sparked within him. Maybe, just maybe, being alone wouldn't be as bad as the constant torment. Days turned into weeks as Garfield wandered, scavenging for scraps. He was skinny and weak, his once bright ginger fur now dull and matted. One day he stumbled upon a group of black cats basking in the sun. They were a family, their sleek coats gleaming. He hesitated, fear gripping his heart. To his surprise, the black cats greeted him with warmth. They shared their food and even offered him a place in their home. Garfield was wary at first, but their kindness chipped away at his fear. For the first time in a long time, he felt safe. The mother cat, Luna, was especially kind. She reminded him of his own mother, a distant, comforting memory. He thrived under her care, his spirit slowly healing. He began to think that maybe, finally, he had found a place where he belonged. But deep down, a flicker of doubt lingered. The black cat's kindness felt too good to be true. He pushed the thought away, clinging to the hope that this newfound happiness was real. As the days passed, Garfield noticed a change in the black cat's behavior. Their initial warmth faded, replaced by a chilling coldness. Luna's gentle touch became harsh. Their eyes, once filled with kindness, now held a sinister glint. One by one, the black cats began to reveal their true nature. They hoarded food, leaving Garfield scraps. They scratched and bit him, their hisses echoing his childhood tormentors. Garfield was trapped, his heart breaking all over again. Luna, once his solace, became his chief tormentor. She seemed to relish in his misery, her eyes gleaming with cruel amusement. The basement, once a symbol of safety, transformed into a prison of despair. Garfield was back where he started, alone and abused. The hope that had bloomed in his heart withered and died, leaving him with nothing but despair. Word of Garfield's disappearance had spread. The cat police, known for their dedication to finding lost felines, took on his case. They followed his scent, their noses twitching, determined to bring him home. Years passed, their search never wavering. Finally, after 3 long years, they caught a break. A faint scent led them to Luna's house. They heard Garfield's muffled meows coming from the basement. The stench of neglect and decay filled the air. The cat police broke down the door, their hearts pounding with a mix of hope and dread. There he was, a shadow of his former self. He was emaciated, his fur dull and matted. His eyes, once bright with life, were now vacant and filled with despair. As they approached him, he cowered, his body trembling. He looked at them, then past them towards the open door. With a burst of energy, Garfield bolted past the cat police. He ran as fast as his weak legs could carry him. He raced towards the river, the rushing water calling to him. He leaped, his thin body a blur against the setting sun. The cat police watched in horror, their paws frozen. Garfield, the ginger cat who just wanted to be loved, was gone. The river, cold and unforgiving, had claimed him. He was never seen again.